Hello, beautiful souls. I am so happy to see you here. Welcome to A Million I Love Yous. I'm Michelle, your spiritual Sherpa, your divine channel and fellow seeker. Some people call me the Awakener, but today I'm just here to walk alongside you and show you something very unique and wonderful. It's a community called A Million I Love Yous. And I'm so happy that you found your way here. Not everybody does, but your soul is speaking and you've listened. So, welcome. So, let's take a deep breath together. Let's just connect heart to heart. I just invite you to take a nice deep breath, breathing in, breathing out. Just let's bring ourselves together right here, right now. You just feel yourself already connecting into this beautiful sacred space. So, some of you may be curious, why was this community created? So, I'll tell you the backstory. In 2022, I was woken up in the middle of the night, which is when we all get our best messages, right? And I received a very clear divine message: bring a million I love yous into the world. And I thought, what? How in the world am I going to do that? And it felt like huge. And it felt very sacred. I could feel how important it was. And I didn't even know if I was ready or worthy of doing something like that. But I listened and I prayed and I meditated. And about a week later, this message came through: create a community for people who are ready to heal from past hurts and traumas and who are ready to love themselves deeper than ever before. These souls will know it's time to remember who they are: sacred, divine, and limitless. And this new connection to love will radiate outward, and that will bring a million I love yous out into the world. And when I heard this, when I felt this in my soul, I actually started to cry. It's like my heart cracked open, and I knew that I had to say yes. And I didn't even know how I was going to do it, but everything began to fall into place. And so I felt inspired to bring everything together that I have learned and done and created over the last 25 years of study and practice in the intuitive and healing arts field, and bring it all into this space, onto this Skool platform. And as I started putting it together, it became a living, breathing, heart centered community. And it's here to support your healing, your growth, and your spiritual awakening. And A Million I Love Yous really is not just a membership, it's a soul family remembering who we are as divine beings. And it's a spiritual sanctuary, a sacred container for intuitive, sensitive women who feel everything so deeply. And you're beginning to heal that chronic, overwhelming stress and anxiety. And when that static clears, when your mind begins to clear, when you begin to feel more balanced and harmonious, it's time to realign with your spiritual gifts. And I've got it all covered in this community for you. So let's talk about, just for a second, who this space is for. And I can tell you, this space is for people who feel a gentle call to heal and grow. Many, many people are awakening right now. And this is a great place to be able to do that. If you're ready to quiet the mental static and the emotional pain that has kept you disconnected from your spiritual experiences, from spiritual truth, from your spiritual awakening, if you're ready to really transform and not just a quick fix, and if you want a safe, loving, and joyful, sacred container to explore who you really are, this is for you. I can tell you, this is not for people looking for a quick fix or for somebody else to fix them. That isn't what we do here. Nor is it a place to dump your energy and then just leave. That's not what it is. This really is a community, it's a soul family. And we're all remembering who we are. This is for people who are ready to heal old wounds and trauma, for seekers who are ready to step into their spiritual gifts. This is for souls remembering who they are: light workers, empaths, seers, visionaries, healers, way showers, star seeds, and creators of all kinds who are really ready to step into their truth, their sovereignty, and their power. And this is for you. You found this space because you are ready to live from the love in your heart and the light in your soul. So I welcome you. So let's talk about what you're going to get in this community. And so I am going to do a screen share and share with you what is here for you, what you are actually going to get. So let's do this. I'm going to share it. Boop. There we go. Check this out, my friends. Here we are in the spiritual center, right where you're going to land when you come in. All about a million I love yous. This is the information here, the information that we're kind of going over. Here is where you're going to join. It's $48 a month. I know it seems a little bit steep, but hold on because I'm going to show you what you're going to get. You're going to get a lot for that. You are going to get so much content, classes, courses, live interaction, live groups. You're going to get everything right here, one-stop shop. So hang on, let me show you the classroom. This is where it gets so much fun. So you're going to start here. You're going to do this welcome. You're going to start here. It's going to tell you about the classroom, how to use the classroom. You got a video here. I always recommend that everybody starts with the NeuroBliss course. We're going to take a look at that. The NeuroBliss 12 weeks from overwhelm to inner peace. It is actually, it's a 15 week, it's 12 weeks and 3 extra bonus classes. But we start with learning where we begin, what's going on, why are we here, why are you here. You can start learning about releasing emotional pain, reconnect with inner peace, reignite your intuition, and it includes a powerful workbook to get you moving along. There's monthly group coaching for everybody on the NeuroBliss journey, so it gives you guys time to ask questions, to meet others on the journey, and we'll practice the healing, we'll practice the things together. So even though this is what would be considered a self-guided course, you're not on your own. We're going to have plenty of interactions. And then, so you're going to watch the video first, then you're going to download your workbook. Your workbook you can print out and write on that, or you can get a journal and write in your journal and have the workbook there to guide you. There's all kinds of wonderful questions and prompts and things for you to work through. I do advise that you take a full week for each one. You're really going to want to get into it. You're going to want to redo the meditations that go with it. You're really going to want to integrate each week so that you heal at that deep, deep level. And then we're going to move week one, set your intention. And your intention is, why are you doing this? You have a whole video that's going to talk about what you're here for, what you feel you need, why you want to do this. Your why is very, very important. And so you're going to move through that. Also, at this point, make sure you check the community calendar, which is up here. Check your community calendar. Save all the NeuroBliss group meetings on your calendar. Also save the NeuroBliss half-day retreat. Also save the weekly meditation and the every other week Love Codes meeting too. We got a lot of stuff. You are not alone. I'm going to keep reminding you that. Week 2, we start understanding stress patterns. There's a lot of stuff that goes on with those of us that have had trauma. And I'm going to tell you, we've all had trauma. We've all had trauma. And I want to go over this really quick with you so that you understand how important this is that this be addressed. So some of the symptoms, this is a really long list and it's not even complete. But some of the symptom caused by trauma. And take note of where you are in this list. Digestive issues, sleep issues, nightmares, night terrors, anxiety, depression, feeling overwhelmed, obsessive behaviors, addiction, fears and phobias, eating disorders, weight loss, weight gain, extreme sensitivity, sometimes just that upwelling, crying. My empaths out there, you know that one where it's all of a sudden, oh my gosh, you're just crying. That can also be part of trauma release. But also, I have a special class for empaths, and you're going to see it in a minute. so that we learn to get these boundaries so that we're not quite so hit with that. But that's part of that, the empath. So that crying, that extreme sensitivity, shaking and tremors that are not medical related, that's another thing. Sometimes we just shake. When I was going through some very, very deep trauma, anytime anything startled me, anytime anything kind of got out of whack with me, my body would just start trembling. It was really disturbing until I realized what it was and started working on it. And I worked on it using what I'm teaching you in the NeuroBliss program. So ADD, ADHD could be trauma related, autoimmune issues, chronic pain, chronic fatigue, inability to focus. And we move into some more serious things, passive aggressive behavior, procrastination, emotional outbursts, PTSD, low motivation, feeling disconnected, withdrawal from life, friends, and family, and even, unfortunately, suicidal thoughts or even attempts. And in here, we do have suicide crisis hotline numbers and stuff that you have that you can text um, and to get help for you or another person. Some of the emotional struggles from trauma, loneliness, anger. Something is wrong with me. I want to tell you, you're not broken. You're not broken. You just have not had up to this point something that could really, really help you. And that is like my sole purpose for being here, is to help you get through this so that you can reconnect to your spirituality, to your spiritual self. That's where your divine navigation system is. Some other emotional struggles, panic attacks, self-depreciation, self-harm, inability to perform your job or to be consistent, self-sabotage, shame, guilt, feeling lost, inability to trust, never feeling safe, being over responsible, having poor boundaries, can't let go of things, obsessive thinking, being resentful, jealous, irresponsible, manipulative, catastrophizing, black and white thinking. It's like all or nothing, can't make decisions, inability to feel compassion for others. That is a trauma response, feeling numb. Physical symptoms, tremors and shaking, like we talked before, confusion, pain, physical pain, rocking back and forth. That's something that I do. And as you begin working with me and we're around each other more, you'll see that I tend to rock back and forth. It helps to soothe my nervous system. Sleeping in a fetal position is oftentimes a trauma response. Catatonia, being catatonic, stiff body, holding the head in the hands. You see a lot of people, they get upset, they do this kind of a thing, like, oh my gosh, that is a trauma response. But also, you're touching the vagus nerve and it helps to soothe. So it's a soothing action. So, rocking, rhythmic body movement again, rapid heartbeat, excessive crying, being jumpy, being tense and can't relax, stomach pain, digestive issues, repetitive movements like shaking, flapping hands, finger movements. That's another thing I do when I get like really nervous or upset about something. Foggy brain, loss of memories. A lot of people don't remember their childhood. There's a reason for that. We can bring that back. We can open that up and we can heal that. Headaches and migraines, chronic unexplained illness and pain, phantom illness, phantom pain. Sometimes the doctor calls them, they're not phantoms, they're real. You're not crazy. Autoimmune disorders. And this isn't a complete list. So, where in here do you see yourself? Everybody, everybody sees themselves in these lists. And so you have a separate list here. And then we move into releasing emotional trauma and emotional tension. We use EFT. A lot of people do that when used for releasing all of this kind of stuff. It is super powerful. So you get a video, but you also get, I offer you guys an EFT tapping manual so that you have a script, so to say, to tap on all the different things that you may find. Maybe anxiety, it may be sadness, grief, loneliness, shame, guilt, loss. Um, in anything that you do, it's a manual that you also have with that. We also have, and you'll notice the first few weeks we do some intensive stuff. That's why I want you to really take that whole week to do this. Week 4, we're going to do breathing and do somatic breathing. And you your video that you're going to practice with. And I also have the breath protocol that will help you to remember, what to do and how to use the breath more powerfully. And then week 5, we shift into anxiety and empowerment. I have some more stuff that I want to add in here. We move into grounding and mind body awareness, releasing shame and guilt. Week 8, we are strengthening the spiritual connection. So the first 7 weeks are really about clearing it out, releasing all of these energies. And it really is just energy. That's the powerful thing. That's what we learn in this, is this is energy that's trapped in the body, trapped in the organs, the muscles, the connective tissues, the nervous system, but we can get it out. We can reach neural bliss. And by week 8, you are ready to start strengthening your spiritual connection, transforming fear into courage, practicing love and compassion, learning about boundaries and energy management, which is huge, embracing joy and gratitude, power of visualization. And then we have the bonus, power of visualization, moving forward and setting new goals. So you get week 12, and once you completed week 12, you get the bonuses too. So it's so exciting. This is such a powerful class, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited to share it with you. This actually used to be a $3,000 program that I did, and it was too expensive. And I decided to shift the way I was presenting it and to present it as a self-guided with a lot of love and support. So I hope that you guys will be excited about this. And then once you do this, you get to move into the 8-week spiritual development course. Check this out. These all have teachings and meditations. Everyone is psychic and intuitive. We all are. We all are. You have a psychic protection and energy management. Another one, you can't get too much of that. The 12 chakra energy alignment class, which helps you um, learn about the 12 chakras, not just the 7 chakras, but the chakras that are outside of the body, still within your energy field, that actually starts to connect you with super high frequencies of what is called Christ consciousness. We're not talking about Jesus, but Jesus did share with us how to reach that. And love was one of the things that he talked about a lot. So that's part of it. A million I love yous, right? Empaths, this is your class right here. Empath gifts and your superpower. Your empathic gifts really are your superpowers, just learning how to use them. We've got a dream interpretation class, which is really cool and unique. Self-hypnosis. I'll teach you how to do self-hypnosis. Secrets to Ascension. This is a great class about how to do this, some practices and meditations. We also have the Angelic Starseed Activation class, which is really fun for those of you that identify as angelic humans, as angelic starseeds, or starseeds. This is for you as well. This is fun. It's one of my favorite ones. And then once you do that, we then go and we do class 1, class 2. I have a little bit of a lock on this for 60 days. You've got to take the other 2 classes to prepare yourself for the spiritual energy matrix. That is a 10-week class where we go deep, deep, deep into teachings, clearing, cleansing, activation, and alignment of your 12 chakra system. And it's much more than what we have in the 8-week spiritual development class. Each of these classes are an hour and a half to hour and 45 minutes, even 2 hours long, going deep, deep, deep into the chakra system, into our connections to cosmic energy, to earth energy, to intergalactic energy. And it really expands your awareness and knowledge of who you are. I also offer a mediumship development course for those of you who are tend your intuitive gifts towards speaking to those on the other side. Full mediumship development course. And then we also have the 4-week mystical guides, mermaids, dragons, unicorns, and fairies. Yay! So fun. You get to meet them. It's full classes on about these different mystical realms. And we learn about them, and then we do a meditation and go in and actually meet a fairy, a dragon, a mermaid, and a unicorn, who are guides and friends for you through your life, most of you have had them with you and may not have been aware of them yet. We'll also be adding on to that as we move forward. And then we have a live events library where all of the classes and stuff that we have, we record them and they're here. So if you miss anything, you'll be able to come back and catch up. Or if you had something that you really liked and you want to come back and revisit it, it'll all be here in the live events library. And then we have, just wait, we're not done. We have a meditation library. So we have simple meditations, really kind of quick 10, 15-minute meditations, get you lined up. Some deeper meditations for relaxation and healing, right? And these lists will begin to grow too as we get moving along. And then some very advanced meditations. These are all tapped into 15 dimension um, meditation on God as the body, connecting into the body and feeling God within you. And so those are some very, very advanced meditations that are fun. Um, and then we have a book and movies list. So we've got the introduction to the books and movies list. I also have a thing here to the Avalon Library that has, I don't know, thousands of PDFs of different books and stuff that you have access to. These are books that are recommended by me that are wonderful books to read, and then some wonderful movies that are very spiritual and mind opening. And if you have any of these that you'd like to recommend, let me know, and we'll also put those in there as well. So we have that, and then I also have music lists. These are Spotify music lists that I have because I feel that music is medicine. And I think it's really important that we all get back to taking music and the frequency of music. It's not just about sound, but it's actual frequency, and start using that as part of our healing, lifting our frequency, holding our frequency up. So I've got a whole bunch of them. This Lens Spot one is my favorite. I love it. We got Lens Spot Radio, which has more of a selection. Arensa, connecting to the heart, very heart-centered. Mia Lon, for those of you who don't know her, oh, her toning is just so beautiful. Mr. Eternity, music is medicine. He operates in the tones and the frequencies and the hertz that are very, very healing. Ashana, crystal bowls. We have shamanic drumming and shamanic breathwork list. And then we have Barry Goldstein, which is piano. He's got like a whole kind of unique take on all of this as well. And then powerful manifestation music. A lot of this is Abel Hart. If you know of Abel Hart, he's just very like upbeat and this wonderful get your body moving and this super excited energy. And so we got that. We've got all of that in here, you guys. So fun. Oh, I have a holiday playlist in there too, which will grow. And then we have Sacred Space Coloring Corner. And I think you should be able to see this. This is my Patreon site. This membership, this is free. I don't know why that's still there. I got rid of it. But here you have free coloring pages, right? So this was the last one that I did. It was Beta Fish. And then down here, each of these have different ones. Hummingbirds, you got the beta fish. You have a video. You can click right on here. It'll open up a video that I recorded, and we will color those coloring pages together on the video. And each of these pages that you have also have a positive affirmation. So we'll be talking about kind of meditating while we're coloring on these wonderful affirmations and uplifting feelings. So this is really, really a fun thing too. This will be growing. I did this for quite some time and have a lot of content in here. And so I wanted to make it available to you guys. I wanted to make it something that you could all enjoy. And then last but not least, contact information. If you have a way to get a hold of me, I offer one-on-one coaching sessions for those of you that would like to work a little bit closer and have a deeper experience with me. I also do intuitive readings, private intuitive readings, and I also have a YouTube channel. It's not real big, but it is growing. And so if you like to go visit there, I've had it for quite some time. And it's got a lot of good stuff on there too. So something that you can listen to. So I hope that this is something that excites you, that makes you feel like, there's something here for you, that there's something that can bring you into a space where you know that you're going to be able to have what you need to grow. And our members find their unique space in the community. Like we're all different and we're able to express our unique self within this community. We're always asked to be kind, to be positive, to be supportive, and also to be ready to hold space for each other because we are on a healing journey. And sometimes, ooh, the tears come, that voice starts to crack, and we will stop and we will hold you in that space. We will help you. So I really do hope that this provided you with all the information you needed to jump on in and join us. And if you still aren't sure, if you still aren't sure, let's take a nice deep breath together. This is a great way to learn what is for you, what is not for you. It's my gift for you. You can use this in every area of your life. Just put your hands over your heart. Take a nice deep breath. Just breathe in and breathe out. Just kind of feel your heart and just ask, is this community right for me? And just listen. If you don't get anything at first, just ask, is this community right for me? And if it's a yes, you'll feel an uplifting feeling. You'll feel um, joy. You might feel like warmth in your heart. You might feel just very deeply peaceful, like, oh, that just feels good. That just feels good. You may feel it, your answer is a whisper. It might be a feeling of joy or freedom. This is your soul speaking. And if you feel a yes, whether a gentle, soft yes or a yes, let's do this, come on in. Sign up, explore, and let's play, laugh, and grow together. Because there are a million I love yous waiting in there for you. And I'll be there too. I'll see you on the inside.